A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said, "Ask, and it will be given you. Search, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened for you. For everyone who asks receives, and everyone who searches finds, and for everyone who knocks, the door will be open. Is there anyone among you who, if your child asks for bread, will give a stone? Or if the child asks for a fish, will give a snake? If you then, who are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good things to those who ask of him? In everything, do to others as you would have them do to you, for this is the law and the prophets." The word of the Lord. I spend much of my life and my ministry, as I hope you do, trying to discern the best we can how to love our neighbors as ourselves. It is one of the great commands set before us by Jesus, to love your neighbor as yourself. Similarly to that, when Jesus is talking here, he says, "Do unto others as you would have them do to you." It's related. And it sounds so simple. But, of course, we find that when we go out into a complex world filled with us and all our humanity, it can be a lot trickier than just do unto others as you would have them do to you. It's not quite that simple. In fact, much of the time I find myself, when I am in a deep disagreement with somebody that I see as not living into this idea, as not loving their neighbor, as not doing unto others as they would have them do to them, the conflict that I actually discover is usually not that we disagree about whether you should love your neighbor. No, the disagreement is usually that the other person who is doing it differently than me thinks they are the ones that are loving their neighbor. They are the ones who are doing unto others as they would have someone do to them. And they likewise think that I'm the one that's not getting it. And I can realize, I look back at my life and I realize I've changed. I don't treat other people now the way that I once did. My concept of what it is to do unto others as I would have them do to me has evolved and changed. And when I find myself in deep disagreement with others over how to do this, I need to be reminded that most of the time I can give my neighbors the benefit of the doubt that even if we disagree, even if we have deep disagreements about how to love our neighbor, we're usually all coming at it from the place of trying to do what we think is the right thing to do. And B, realizing we'll have to spend our whole lives trying to figure out how to do this. It isn't quite so simple as just make the loving choice. That would be easy. We're going to have to spend our lives with one another, disagreeing, bringing our ideas forward, talking it out, trying to understand where the other person is coming from. Maybe sometimes I'll convince them that my way is right. Maybe sometimes they'll convince me their way is right. Maybe we both walk away thinking the way to do unto others as they would have them do to us is different, and we don't come to agreement. But we have to be in that work of learning and growing. And I think that's what brings us back to the beginning of this gospel statement from Jesus. We have to be people who are willing to seek, to ask, to knock at that door, to constantly be looking for Jesus, who are you calling me to be in this moment? Help me be open to growing and changing. Help me be there for others as they're open to growing and changing so that even as we are all in this complex world trying to figure it out and never exactly getting it right, but growing ever closer to it, we can trust that if we are seeking to love our neighbor, if we are asking, how can I best do unto my neighbor as I would have them do unto me? If we can knock at that door to say, Jesus, help let us in. Let us into your heart. Give us your heart for this world. Then when we knock, it will be opened unto us. Thanks be to God. Amen.